My brothers and sisters, we are about to embark on a journey that Pope Francis has invited us to engage in with him, with a lot of people. In fact, with millions and millions of Catholics all over the world, including us, Catholics here, and even non-Catholics in the Diocese of Fresno. It is called the Synod, a gathering of people. And synods traditionally have been simply gatherings of bishops only, kind of an exclusive club. and this synod is going to be extraordinarily different. A synod, as I say, a synod on synodality. A synod in which the Pope is inviting us, as he says, the entire Church to reflect on a theme that is decisive for its life and mission. And I'll quote Pope Francis, "It is precisely this path of synodality which God expects of the Church of the third millennium. This journey, which follows in the wake of the Church's renewal, proposed by the Second Vatican Council, is both a gift and a task. By journeying together and reflecting together on the journey that has been made, the Church will be able to learn through her experience which processes can help her to live communion, to achieve participation, to open herself to mission." And those are the three overall themes, the communion, participation, and mission. It will be, in fact, a listening session, a worldwide listening session, where peoples and communities, individuals, families will gather and reflect on different areas. And the Holy Father and his Synod Committee have recommended 10 areas of questioning, not just 10 questions, but 10 areas. And they're really thought-provoking. They really are. We're going to start gathering to reflect on these areas and these questions by August the 15th of next year, 2022. August the 15th, we will conclude this. This Sunday, which is also the World Day of the Poor, we're going to literally kick this off with really launching this effort with a Mass dedicated to the Synod. So we have these 10 areas of questionings, and the first one is journeying as companions. So being together in this journey of faith, and examining who are we on the journey with, this spiritual journey that we all engage in throughout life. Do we even feel part of a journey with others? The second theme or line of questioning, listening, and that's really key for this whole Synod process. As I said a minute ago, it's like a worldwide listening session involving millions of people. And who needs to be listened to? And how do we listen to each other? The third line of questioning, speaking out, and speaking out with courage, speaking out with charity, but looking at issues in our communities, the things that matter to people, and not discounting any of the issues that might come up. Celebrating, and as Catholics, when we hear that word, we naturally and automatically think of the liturgy, that is the Holy Eucharist, and how we celebrate the holy sacrifice of the Mass, all of our sacramental moments. But it's more expansive than that as well, how we celebrate in our families, how we celebrate life. And we bring all of that to those sacramental moments as well. Asking, how do we feel engaged in our liturgical life, in our parish? And if not, how can we make it better? The next line of questioning, being co-responsible in the mission. Yes, missionary disciples, we've heard that a lot with the new evangelization, and this Synod process will help us to be co-responsible, as we're tempted too often to say, that's not my problem, that's your problem, or Bishop, you handle it, or Father, you take care of this. No, co-responsibility. Number 6, dialogue in the Church and in society. Is there a place, are there places in our communities where we actually do engage in dialogue with others? And how are differing opinions or different opinions, how are they addressed in the church? How are they dealt with? Do we deal with them at all? Or do we just talk past each other, or just get angry or frustrated and move on? Well, it's a very important area. Number 7, our dealings with other Christian denominations and maybe even non-Christians. What's our connection? What are some of the concerns that we share? Do we journey together at all as family members, as members of a neighborhood? What are some of those difficulties involved in all of that? This 8th area, authority and participation. For example, how does a parish identify goals to be pursued and ways to achieve them and steps to be taken? And how can we foster not just a sense of teamwork, because it's not just feelings. Are we doing it? You know, it's one thing to feel good about what we're doing, but you know, the feelings are not always that important when it comes to actually doing the work and being a team. Not feeling good about ourselves, but doing good in this world and doing it together. Number 9, discerning and deciding. That's also a key element in the whole process of the Synod. This whole area of discernment, and that means listening, and especially listening to the Holy Spirit. And there's so many spirits in this world that we can listen to that grab our attention, that don't deserve our attention, and we give it to them anyway. But listening to God speak in our life. Yes, Lord, what do you want? Lord, speak. Like that beautiful, beautiful passage from the book of Kings of the young Samuel, where God is calling him in the middle of the night. Samuel, calling him by name, Samuel. And the old man mentoring him finally realizes, go back to sleep, Samuel. If God calls you, just say this. Speak, Lord. Speak, Lord. Your servant is listening. So speak, Lord. Your church is listening through this synodal process. And then the last one, finally, forming ourselves in synodality. Synodality, what does that mean? It does mean to listen. It does mean to create, not just a sense, but an experience of literally traveling through this life together, truly listening to each other. Again, becoming an intentional disciple of Jesus Christ, an intentional member of this church, and providing opportunities for that to take place. So, my brothers and sisters, as we begin this journey together, it's going to be an exciting time over these months leading up to the end of this process on August the 15th, a wonderful date, the Feast of the Assumption. And our committees and our groups will send us all of their responses and all of their dialogue. And believe it or not, the Holy Father is asking us to boil it down to 10 pages. So pray for that committee that needs to do that. But we will send something beautiful, something honest and truthful and helpful to the Holy Father. And then in 2023, there will be a synod, a gathering in Rome of lots of people. So pray for that too. Well, God bless you and those you love, always and in every way.